Army look after you if you join today?
What's it really like for a young person in the Army?
Is it really a wall-to-wall adventure?
Will a few years in the Army really set you up for life?
Exactly what can the Army offer you? Come to that, what can you offer the Army?
In other words, are you ready to be the best? Have you got what it takes?
In the course of the next few minutes, we're going to tell you what it's like being in the Army.
We'll tell you about the jobs you can do, the training you'll get, the rewards you'll receive, and the lifestyle you can expect to lead. So fasten your seatbelts. The next few minutes are going to be a bit like a roller coaster ride.
But more exciting. When you join the Army, you're making a decision to devote a few years of your life, 3 or maybe more, to public service.
You'll be one of the country's main lines of defence, protecting us against aggressors.
Equally, you could be patrolling the streets of a town in Bosnia, helping to keep the peace.
Or wearing the UN's familiar blue beret on humanitarian duties somewhere in the world. Africa, Cambodia, Iraq, who knows? Fact is, at this moment in time, the Army is working in 33 different countries outside the UK. And after your training, you could be taking up a role in any of them.
If you've chosen one of the technical branches, like the Royal Signals, the Royal Engineers or the Royal Electrical and Mechanical Engineers, you could be building bridges, repairing a tank engine, keeping helicopters in the air, or providing high-tech communication systems.
Then again, in one of the combat organisations like the Infantry, the Royal Armoured Corps or the Royal Artillery, you could be packing the Army's punch in the front line.
Or you could choose a role that's a mixture of technical, managerial and support, like the Royal Army Medical Corps, the Adjutant General's Corps, which handles administration on a massive scale, or the Royal Logistic Corps, which looks after the Army's stores and transport.
Whatever your role, it's a job that commands respect.
Of course, before the Army can send you off around the world to do something important, you've got to be trained, fully trained to react to orders.
That means initial training for 10 weeks, and you'll need lots of energy. Fitness is a key aspect of initial training. The only good soldier is a fit one, but there's a lot else besides.
Let's follow these 3 likely characters through their initial training. You might think it's like the Crystal Maze or the Krypton Factor, but more rewarding, because it's for real.
Recruit number 1 picks up points by having a shot at weapons training.
Recruit number 2 is making his mark with a defence lecture.
While recruit number 3 is all wrapped up in first aid and bandages. Of course, if you stay the distance, you're a winner, as all of our 3 recruits turned out to be.
You will have to do some drill, it's important.
It's a matter of discipline, because discipline leads to teamwork, and it also leads to that most important of commodities, self-discipline. And while we're at it, it works. Where would a football team be without discipline? Where would a rock band be without teamwork?
Don't think that there will be a lot of chores either. For the most part, they're a thing of the past. Square bashing, a bit. Spud peeling, no. These days, that's left to civilians. Your job's too important for you to get sidetracked into other things.
The Army is totally committed to stamping out bullying, racism and sexism of all kinds. Whatever your background, if you meet the entry standards, the Army wants you, and wants you to enjoy being in the Army.
For the record, women can join all the branches except the Household Cavalry, the Royal Armoured Corps, the Royal Engineers and Infantry. We compete on equal terms. We get equal pay, okay?
There's another simple fact worth thinking about too. The Army is a young person's environment. Join and you're going to be surrounded by a lot of like-minded people, the same sort of age as you are. You'll make a lot of friends.
And while you're enjoying yourself, the Army will enjoy helping you learn whatever you'd like to learn. If you want to study for a degree, an NVQ, an apprenticeship, a BTEC, or learn a trade, you're in exactly the right place. The Army needs you to learn the skills as much as you need to gain them.
But a lot of the training you get will be giving you things that are hard to put on paper. By giving you scope, adventure, and real responsibility at a young age, the Army will help you to develop as a person, as a leader, and as a manager.
If you're looking for self-confidence, look no further.
Meanwhile, how confident are you in your running abilities? Remember, when you're fit for anything. And being fit means a drug-free lifestyle, because drugs in the army are definitely out.
So here you are, fully trained, fully kitted out and ready for anything. You're young and able. Now what sort of rewards are you going to get from the army?
Firstly, you're guaranteed a job for a minimum of 3 years. Then there's the money. The rates aren't half bad. And you start getting paid the moment you start. Board and lodgings are cheap too. Ask at your Army Careers Office for up-to-the-minute details.
For another, you could be gathering the qualifications which will stand you in good stead and make you employable long after your army days are over.
There are perks too. We can't promise you a company car, but you will get certain things which other people would really envy.
Free medical and dental care.
Assisted travel.
Pensions start building up after you've served for 2 years. Resettlement packages become available after 5 years. Everybody gets something, but the longer you serve, the bigger the amounts get. And you also get low-cost, high-quality housing.
Barracks? Surely you mean barracks?
No, housing. Once you've finished training, you're more likely to be sharing a self-contained flat with 3 others, with, as they say, all mod cons.
Like sharing a flat with your mates?
Exactly, except that you're better looked after. Good food, good company, good fun, and lots of...
job satisfaction.
A lot of young men and women think that the army would just about put an end to their social life.
True, we do look after our own, which means that we all have to do guard duty now and then. But it won't be every night or every weekend.
In fact, you can even use your guard duty time, planning how to use all the free time you get.
You can enjoy as much sport as you like. If there's something you're good at, we'll invest the time and money to make you even better. Nice shot.
All facilities are free too.
France, Poland, Germany, Italy, Bosnia, Cyprus, Kenya, Canada, Belize, Norway.
Remember we said that at the moment the army is serving in 33 countries outside the UK? Well, you could soon be off on an adventure in one of them. And wherever you're based, there will be clubs and messes. Friends, comradeship and variety. It's a healthy environment and there's travel and excitement around every corner.
What do our 3 recruits think about the army now?
The training's hard, but it is very enjoyable.
I'll see a lot more of the world in the army.
You come out with your head held high.
It's been a real challenge and I've got a hell of a lot out of it and I'm really looking forward to the future.
So that's it. We've given you a taste of the roles you can play, the training you'll get, the rewards you'll receive, and the lifestyle you'll lead when you join the army. Why wait?
Oh yes, and we promised we'd let you know about the bad things too. Well, here's one of them. It's not all fun and games, and there's a serious side. As well as promising you the time of your life, we can also promise you times when you'll be cold, wet, miserable, hungry, lonely, bored, frustrated, fed up, and maybe even frightened.
But if you're the kind of person we think you are, you'll look at these kind of times the way a soldier does, as a challenge. And of course, you'll be there getting a kick out of going through it with your mates. That makes all the difference. It's part of the price you have to pay in order to... Are you ready for this?
Yep.
Be the best.